Is it worth it? Let me work it.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It? Today I'm going to be reviewing the Water Flosser Platinum by Waterpik. Now, I've known of water flossers for a while now, maybe a few years, but I never really thought to buy one because you can get floss for a couple of bucks and that lasts you for a good amount of time, and that's what the dentist recommends, and that's what our parents taught us growing up. So why waste 60 bucks on a water flosser? But a few months ago I had a crown put in. It was my second crown. And when that happened, it created a food catch between my back two teeth. And actually flossing made it worse because I couldn't get down there to get the food out, so it actually would jam the food in there even more. And it would make it really uncomfortable, especially even to eat anything. So what I started doing was using these little dental picks that you can pick up anywhere. They're basically plastic toothpicks. And I slid them in between the two teeth. It cleared the food, but then it created its own problem, which it ripped up my gums. So then my gums started to bleed. So I was basically always in discomfort. I always had discomfort in my mouth. It was literally a pain to eat food because every time I'd move my mouth, I would cause myself pain. So I decided, instead of killing my gums with this, and obviously floss wasn't working, I would finally invest in a water flosser because I could finally see the value in it. So I purchased this product, and I purchased mine at Bed Bath & Beyond. It's a $60 product, but I used a 20% coupon, which you always should when you're buying something from Bed Bath & Beyond. So it came to about 50 bucks with tax. So a decent price overall. Now, about this product. So you'll see that it comes with a little compartment on the top, very convenient because it's a very small footprint. And the top of the unit doubles as the holder for all your caps. And it's very easy to change which cap you have on. You just press the button on the side, it pops right out, and you can get a new one and put it right back in. So it's good for a lot of people in the household. If you have maybe 4 people and you all want your own water pick, you don't want to use your own, or excuse me, you all want your own tip, you don't want to use your kids' tip, you can very easily switch it out. So I do like that feature. I don't really think that you need all the special ones. You see that the ones that they send you with it, one of them's like a toothbrush one. I really don't need to be water picking while I'm brushing my teeth. I'll brush my teeth first and then I water pick just like you would brush your teeth and you floss. So I don't really see a point to that. I think that's more of just kind of like marketing and different specs and whatnot. They do have one, I forget the name of this one, but it has like a little rubber tip on the end of it, which is pretty cool. And it's supposed to be for if you have braces or any kind of work like that, where you can get really behind the braces and shoot the debris out. I think that's a great feature. I don't have braces, but I can see someone that does really getting the benefit out of that, because it's a lot similar to my situation where I have to really just shoot the water through to get the debris between my two crowns. The one negative I would say about the product is this button right here. So the way the product works, it's very simple. There's an on-off switch and there's a power setting. As soon as you flip the on-off switch, the unit starts to work and you'll start to have water shoot out of the tip. The only way to stop it, other than turning it off, is to push this little button. It's kind of like a pause button. Well, this is like the only part of the product that I really think feels cheap, and it ends up getting stuck sometimes. So I'll be using it, and one time it got stuck and it stayed stuck for about 5 minutes. I didn't think I'd get my flossing in that night. So it really makes it inconvenient. I stopped using it altogether. Now I go through the pain of every time I want to stop to reposition it, I have to turn the unit off and then turn it back on when I want to start again. So I really wish Waterpik would have redesigned that. Maybe they have since they made this product. I hope they have. But that's like the one area that I really don't like about the product. Other than that, aside from the on-off, you have a dial here. So you go from 1 to 10 in strength settings. 10 is actually really powerful. If you're using this product for the first time, make sure you start on a low setting. Start from 1 and gradually go up. Because I once had it stuck on 10 after it was cleaned out from the previous use, and I shot it into my gum and it really hurt actually. So definitely start in the lower settings and work your way up until you get to know your tolerance. And I'll show an example of that in just a moment. Another thing I like about this product is the length of the power cord. Now, a lot of times with kitchen or bathroom appliances, I find the power cords to be too short. Many times they're like a foot, maybe a foot and a half. For me, especially in my bathroom, I don't have a power outlet directly around my sink. You'll see some 2 light switches here, but no power outlet. So the power outlet's actually on the other wall here. And the cord actually is just long enough for me to reach back and plug it in. So definitely like that they gave us a good amount of space with the cord. So I'm going to go ahead and let it run. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start it on its highest setting, 10, to show you just how strong this really does come out. And why you don't want to start it on 10 if it's the first time you're using it. So again, I'm just going to flip this button and it's going to immediately start shooting out. You see how hard that really does come out. So if you turn it down, so I'm going to turn it down here, it really does come out a lot nice and weaker, and you can really gradually work your way up. So really, no matter what your sensitivity level is, there's going to be a setting that's good for you. So that's a very good thing. Now, here's an aftermarket. I talked about the tips that come with the actual device itself, and I don't really see a point in switching them. But I did see an accessory that you can buy that's 4 crowns. So I decided to buy it for myself because that's the reason why I was using it, because of my 2 crowns. And they actually say on this, use this on the lowest setting possible. So I used it, and I used it on the lowest setting possible, but that wasn't strong enough to push out the debris. So I used it once and I'd probably never use it again. I kind of just wasted my money on it, so I wouldn't recommend that accessory. But the basic one works fine. So I would definitely recommend just using the basic one. If you do have braces, they do have one that's really good for braces, so I would use that as well. One other feature that I like about it is, and Waterpik does state this, you don't need to use this with just water. You can use your favorite mouthwash, which I'll do sometimes, or what I do every time is use some hydrogen peroxide, which is great because I do use it to blast into the gums to make sure everything's nice and clean in there. I find it works great. It really has turned my oral hygiene around, I would say. Again, I went through about a 3-month period where I was in constant pain eating food. I bought this, started using it, cleaned out the gum, no more cutting up my gum, and now it's great. The pain's gone. I would highly recommend it for anyone that's had dental work, or even if you haven't had dental work, if you just want a really good flosser, it's definitely a great product. Again, know your prices. This is priced at $60. I got mine for $50 because I used a 20% discount at Bed Bath. So with tax, I paid $50. You can find these at Costco. Usually they bundle it with another one where for the same price, about $60, you can get this unit and also a travel unit. I don't really need it for travel, so one is fine for me. So I decided to just get the single unit and get the 20% off. But I would definitely say this is worth it. I highly recommend it. Not a real need for the other tips. I do hope Waterpik fixes this little button. Now that's my only negative. Go out and buy it. Let me know your comments down below. I would love to know what you guys think about this. I'd also love to know if you think of another water flosser that might even be better than Waterpik. Let me know. I would love to look at that one and review that one as well. In any case, like the video, subscribe. Let me know what you think and just in general. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.